Hey guys, and welcome to a new vlog. So this one I'm going to show you what I've done with the shrine, because I did actually mention a couple of videos ago that I actually moved around the shrine. So some of the stuff that used to be upstairs is now downstairs and vice versa. So moved it around, and obviously I want to show you where I put some of the stuff we actually got from Paris, and also where we put some of my birthday stuff. So I just want to do a quick show. But yes, so once a year I would say I probably change the shrine around, just because certain areas I feel like it outgrows some areas, or certain shelves I feel like, okay, I could actually put more on there, or I can just move it around a little bit. So yeah, so I'm just going to show you an updated version of how the house is looking. So not much has changed down here. So the sofa is still the same as it is. The only thing I do now and again change around is just where the cushions and the throws go. I have recently moved around some of the plants. So I actually got this new orchid for my birthday. So Reuben actually got me that. And then we do have our snacks here. We don't tend to eat as many, so it does seem like we've got a lot, but we've even got some Easter stuff still left over. So we don't actually eat them as often as people think we do, just because we have a lot. Again, move some other plants around here. So I have actually moved this area around. So these actually used to be on the other side, but I just thought I'd move around because some of the wedding stuff that we had was actually on the other side and you couldn't really see it. And because we've just celebrated our 10-year anniversary, I thought it was nice to have that there. And then I've just moved this here. So we've got some things from when we got engaged, and then some things from when we actually got married as well. And then we do actually have these from when we've actually gone to Disney. So the first one is actually when we went to Disney Paris for the first time. So that's when obviously Reuben proposed to me. The middle one is what we got on a honeymoon when we went to Disney Florida, and then the one in the end, that one is actually for our 10-year anniversary in Paris. And then underneath I do actually now have my Goofy movie stuff, so because that was actually in the corner, so where the fish tank is, that's actually moved there now. And I do actually have my Loungefly bag there as well. So yes, like I said, so that's now there. So obviously when we're watching a movie, we've got that. I've actually moved all the Ratatouille stuffs down here. So again, I've got my Loungefly bag, I've got all my Remy stuff. So some things I actually got from the parks as well, which you would have seen in my videos as well as in my shorts as well. And then I did actually have this plate, but this plate actually broke in transit. So Reuben was able to glue it back together, but it's now decoration. Luckily, they actually sent me a new one, so the new one I can actually use. And then I still have these ones down here. So I've got Ariel, Esmeralda, Megara and Akita. And then just move some of ours and move stuff up here. So just a little bit of a mixture of things. So no particular order, just more like random things that we've got here. And then we still have the cat picture up there. And then the flowers that Reuben gets me. So if you know, every year for anniversary, Reuben actually gets me flowers. So I don't tend to like real flowers unless they're plants, so that just means obviously I can keep them. And then the newest one, which was this one here, which we got from Disney Paris, so that one actually does say 10 years on there, so that is the newest one. So at the moment they're just there. And then this is what I've moved around as well. So we do have what we had from our actual wedding to go with our Beauty and the Beast themed wedding. And then we do actually have these items here. And Reuben actually fixed Cogsworth for me, because he's actually been broken for a couple of years, and he was actually able to fix him for me. We need to find a home for this picture, so that's why at the moment it's just living there, but we will find a home eventually. And then because I'm starting to do some more filming down here rather than using the shrine upstairs, so that's why my lighting equipment is down here, just because obviously it's already down here ready. So this is what the front room is now looking like. Not much has changed in the bathroom or kitchen, but the main thing that's changed in the bedroom is that we now have a futon. So if you remember in some previous vlogs, when me and Reuben play our game, we were actually sitting on, say, either the floor, or we were sat on a beanbag. So we actually got this futon, so it actually folds out if you wanted to, which there's plenty of space to do so. But we sit on that now when we're playing our games, because because I play Kingdom Hearts as well as Dreamlight Valley, and then Reuben's got his game, so he just plays a few different ones. And then, as I mentioned in my birthday vlog, this is the new one to add to my collection. So every year Reuben actually makes me a cake topper. So this is the new one, which is the meal one, and then these are all the previous year ones. Unfortunately, Sebastian, his legs have come off. I do still have them, so we can glue them back on, but we haven't got round to it. And then the one that started it all is Remy. That's why I asked for the meal one to match. But yes, I've got those up there. And then my new books that I've got, so I've just put them here because that's the first one that I'm actually reading now, and that's some of the other ones that I've got as well, but then I'll just rotate them as and when I get some new books. But one of the reasons I wanted to move around this part of my bedroom was I needed room to obviously put the books in, because I've never had this many books before. So yeah, so I just thought I'll just do that, and then just have the figurines in between to kind of separate them. And then Remy, Emil and Simba. And then going up the stairs, so again, not much has changed along here. The only thing that's changed on the outer bit of the shrine is the Pixar area, because I realized I had too many Toy Story items and I want to separate Mike and Sully. So the first ones I've got are the Toy Story ones, so I've tried to put them in the categories as much as I can. And then I've got Mike on one shelf and Sully on the other shelf, and then I just have some random Pixar characters at the bottom, but this is more or less stayed the same. And then I've just got some newer additions, which are Tarzan and Jungle Book. And then going into the shrine, this is what's all been changed around. So I'll just quickly show you that the main thing is now this is Lion King. So that used to be Frozen, but now I've turned that into Lion King just because I just wanted a bit of a change around, so that's all there. One thing I want to do was have Scar with the villains, so I now have him on the top, and then I just got the villains going down here as well. And then Pocahontas, she is still where she was before. The only thing I've done with her, I've just moved her around a bit, so she is still on 2 shelves, but the top shelf I wasn't using as much, so I've just kind of filtered that through. And then Hunchback is now here, which was originally on 1 shelf, then went to 2 shelves, now it's gone back to 1, so I feel like that looks okay. And then the only one I really haven't moved around is Rapunzel, just because I had nowhere else to put her. Ideally I did want her on 3 shelves, but I didn't have any space at the moment. She's just on 1 shelf. And now I have Moana on 2 shelves, so I've got Moana by herself, and then I've got Moana with Maui, Pua and Hey Hey on the other shelf. I now have Hercules on 2 shelves, so I tried to do Hercules on 1 shelf and then Hercules with Megara on the other shelf. And then at the bottom I now just have my Munchlings ones. So ideally with some of these I do want to have 2 shelves, but again I don't have the space for it at the moment. So Aladdin and Jasmine are still here, so they haven't moved. The only thing is I've just obviously taken Hercules out of the bottom and then just moved them all around, so it just makes that Jasmine in particular, she's a little bit more spaced out, because Jasmine was originally on 2 shelves and I needed more space for her because they were looking a bit cramped. And then obviously I've got Aladdin and Jasmine on 1 and Aladdin with Genie and Naboo on the other. And then again just got a little bit of a random one up there because some of these I realized didn't actually take up as much space, but they were taking up a shelf that could have been used for something else, so I just put Wally and Eve on the top. Tinkerbell is still here. The only thing is Tinkerbell now has an extra shelf, so she now obviously has a little bit more space because again she was a little bit cramped. So I've moved around Beauty and Beast to go on here. So this is where Lion King used to be. Lion King had been here, I think like 6 years. So I was kind of happy to move it all around because then obviously you're seeing different things. So I've got the sidekicks on one side. I got Belle and Beast on one side as well. I got Belle in a yellow dress, miscellaneous Belle, and then live action Beauty and the Beast. But then as you come around here, again, I do have on the other side. So I've got Beast on one side, Belle and Beast on the other side, Belle yellow dress, Belle in her blue dress, and again live action. Another one that hasn't moved is Mulan, because she always stays on this stand. Again, I would like more room for her because, as you can see, some of it's on the floor. But yeah, it's not something, again, I can do while we're in this place. So this corner, so this used to be the villains. It's now a little bit more miscellaneous. So I've got Nightmare Before Christmas at the top. I do actually now have Stitch on 2 shelves because originally he was on 1. So I kind of feel like I've got Lilo and Stitch and other characters on the top, and then and then Stitch on the bottom one. The Ralph one, I kind of feel like this takes up space, so I might move this and put it somewhere else because I do feel like that is a waste of space to put him, so I may move him somewhere else, but for the moment they're there. Encanto, because I do find you don't actually get as many Encanto stuff at the moment. I kind of feel like it kind of had its time, so I kind of feel like I can get away with having her on one shelf. And then I've just got my Atlantis stuff down there with our new Funko Pops of Milo and Kida. Again, I feel like they could be used somewhere else, so I might at some point still move this around, but at the moment that's where they're staying. And then I moved Frozen round, so Frozen used to be where Lion King was, and this is where Little Mermaid used to be, so I've now moved it all around. So I do have the first movie, Anna and Elsa, at the top. I then have Anna, the next one down, and then Elsa. So one of the reasons I wanted to do this was because Elsa used to be on the top shelf and you could never see her. There's so many nice Elsa things that I got and you could hardly see her. So one of the reasons I want to move the shrine around was so that, again, you can sort of see characters that you wouldn't normally see. And then I do have Frozen 2 with Frozen Fever, and then some more Frozen 2 stuff as well. Not sure what I'm going to do when Frozen 3 comes out, but that's a future me problem. And then on this shelf, so this used to be where Beauty and the Beast is. It's now a mix of princess, but then you've also got the Disney 100 items. We've now got some Pixar stuff up here. Again, stuff I don't have a lot of. So I've just got some Cars. I've got Up. I got the Bugs Life, so yeah, so just like a random array of ones that I don't have a lot for. And then this one is the princess one, so I try to categorize them with like beauty, and then I've got stationery, and then also got like food and things like that, and then just odd stuff that's got all the princesses on there. But this used to be Beauty and the Beast, so I'm kind of glad I've moved this around. And then this one, which used to be Princess, is now Little Mermaid. So what I have actually done, I've actually moved the shelf out because the shelf used to be a lot further next to the window, but you couldn't see any of it. So half of it was obviously blocked off. So I feel like because I've moved the shelf out, you can actually see it a little bit better. So again, I've categorized it where I've got Little Mermaid. So I've actually got the mermaid stuff at the top. I then try to do Little Mermaid, the beauty stuff. Anything to do a Little Mermaid with the mixed characters. So obviously you've got Flounder, Sebastian, Triton, and also Ursula. Then you've got Land Ariel, so again, obviously, just trying to like add in some other items that I didn't see before because they were hidden away. And then I've got the live action as well. So this is now my desk. So this is where I do all my editing. So when I do my TikToks or if I do any shorts and stuff like that, this is where I'm doing my editing. So like I said, I don't really have space now to put my camera. So that's why I'm filming downstairs now as my new backdrop. And then this is all changed around as well. So Snow White, she's moved around quite a few times because even though she's not my favourite character, I do actually have quite a lot of Snow White stuff. So again, I was trying to find a space because she normally lives on one shelf and it's just too much. So I was like, okay, I need to find a place to put 2 shelves for her. So I've got her 2 shelves there, and then I've also got Cinderella 2 shelves. Tiana's not too bad. Tiana can actually go with one shelf, so I was kind of happy to put all Tiana on there. And then I do have Biro slash Sleeping Beauty on 2 shelves, and then Merida hasn't moved, she's on 1 shelf. But yeah, so I like the way that it looks now. I feel like I can actually see stuff I never saw before because some of it was all hidden away. The only downside with the Lion King stuff is I didn't realize how much Simba stuff I had, and the Timon and Pumbaa stuff I kind of had to put together when they used to have their own shelf. But yeah, so at the moment some of these I may change around again. Like I said, I do tend to do this once a year, but at the moment I am fairly happy with the way this looks. There's not really much more I can do because I don't have a lot of space. I don't have any more place to put any more shelves because obviously I don't want to go on Reuben's side too much because I've already taken over quite a lot of this space as it is. But yeah, so that is what the shrine is looking like. That's what the house is looking like since I changed it around. Obviously added my birthday stuff and the things we got from Paris.